thought I would have a go at making one right here, actually.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
okay.
might give it a go.
You got a
So
brush?
no, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. So I've got the formula. I don't have the brush, but I've got a few things I can use. So I've got something pretty on the screen, and I also have Brad Pitt.
Where?
Okay.
Oh.
And what I'll do is let's give it a go. I'm gonna make an. So I've got all the pieces. So hold on, let me if I take this off.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start making an ASMR video. I've got something pretty in the background. Excuse me. That was the bear. Sorry. I'm just gonna go. I can see why this is such hard work because I can't keep my shit together. I'm gonna comb my beard now. You, is this doing anything for you? And I wanted to raise it up. I don't know if you've heard of ASMR.
I have heard of it, and I've watched a couple of videos out of fascination, really. But how much have you digged into it?
So I've saved videos. I've only watched about 10 seconds of each video just to get an idea on the scale of what ASMR is. And I think my initial impression, and I'll share with you to get your view, but my initial impression, what's on YouTube in relation to ASMR isn't what it's necessarily intended for. I think there's channels that are getting a lot of views on ASMR simply because, well, there's some certain outliers, the prerequisites they're meeting to get views that aren't necessarily related to ASMR. And I think ASMR is sort of like the little backup piece that goes to it.
Right.
But I thought the first thing we could do is I saw a very, I guess, a very good explanation video on what ASMR is. So I'm just going to cue that up.
Cool.
Well, there's a few things I want to cue up. I want to cue up what I thought, what my impression of ASMR was. So I'm going to share what I thought it was, because I've noticed over the last, over the last 3 months, and I think we've brought it up, some of the content that we've discussed. In the content we've discussed, there were some videos that I've referenced that have soothed me, and a lot of it had to do with the sound. So my initial impression was ASMR was just essentially I'm hearing things that make me calm and comforted. But I don't think that's the case. So here's one example of what my perception to ASMR was initially. So let me just bring that up and let me go through all the stuff that I do to share it because I'm not very quick at this. And let me know if you can't hear it. Why aren't we? There it is.
Okay, it's loading now.
Can you hear that? So I'll be working. And to me, this was my impression of what ASMR is. Notice the microphone is, he's got a very high quality microphone set up. And this is similar to that channel that you referenced to me. There's a guy in the woods who pretty much just films him doing chores.
Yeah.
And it's the sound of the snapping. Yes. And it's the idea that he's out in the snow. He's building a fire. He's not anywhere near work. He's not near an office. He's not being hounded. I think all of us would like to be doing this activity right now. So this was my impression of what ASMR was. There's other videos as well.
Yeah, sorry. Tell me when, because I'd like to. I'll give you my thoughts on what I thought it was, because I'm in that boat right there. Like, I've got a perception of what it is. I've not really looked into it, and I don't know how far I'm off it. So maybe you don't need to share that now.
Okay,
it's up to you. But I'll let you know at some point what I thought it was prior to what I'm about to be educated on. So I'm looking forward to seeing how close I am or how far I'm off it.
Okay, because I'm gonna show one other video that I look at as very ASMR-y, and I referenced this before, but it's very much the sounds. Again, sounds that I'm hearing that are just sort of taking me away from stress. Is my impression of ASMR.
Natural kind of wholesome sounds.
Yes.
It is a remarkable
So I'm going to just
photograph,
play
and
this,
here
and I'm
is
just
the
going to let it be
facts.
quiet.
All right.
Oop.
I have
Everything's going to be
printed
haywire.
that photo on your website and have looked at it as carefully as possible under gross magnification. The size of the alien's cranium
Old
is
radio.
amazing.
The
This
sound
is
of
not the
for me.
configuration that would
Can you hear that, by the way?
Human.
I can. Yeah.
Of course, the eyes
That
are
slight
not
distortion,
only large,
and
but
I
note the
referenced this in a
significant
video, like somebody was doing a video
symmetrical
game,
light
driving
reflex,
and listening to a
the
radio show.
dot-like shine in each eye in
And I'm
response
looking at
to the
this, and I'm
total
hearing
lighting
this, and I'm
source.
seeing,
The
I'm putting myself in the
doctor,
position of being in a
quote,
car
appears to
at
be
2 a.m.,
demonstrating
driving on
features of
the highway,
mouth.
listening to
If you
the
look at
radio. It's
posture
cold
of
outside.
both his
It's warm in
hands
the car.
and their position,
And I've got this
it
just
has a
very
truly
fuzzy radio.
professional
There's something about the radio
feel,
that's really
as well.
soothing to me at this stage. So
If we
I'm
can
finding this
see
very
the
soothing.
physician's face,
And this is what
particularly-
I thought
I think we
ASMR
could get
was, or
even
what I
more
think
information.
ASMR is.
I don't know for sure.
Now, what I'll do is I'll play a video that somebody's made. It's a very popular video that describes ASMR in a very ASMR style fashion. So I'm going to cue that up next. So I'm curious to see how this differentiates from your view, and I'll share and how it differentiates from mine.
Well, shall I go ahead, Sean, whilst you cue it up? Why
don't you share with me what you think ASMR is whilst I cue up the next video?
So I was looking for a guided meditation for like 25 minutes to make up my weekly total one day. And I looked online, guided meditation on YouTube. And this one came up, and it was a particularly attractive girl that was on it as well. And 25 minutes, not that that mattered because my eyes are shut, but it was near the top of the list. And it said ASMR. I had no idea what the hell that even meant, what it was. Guided meditation, 25 minutes. Oh, perfect. Just clicked on it. And then this lady starts speaking. She's like, oh, a British accent. She's got, quite a nice voice. And I didn't realize that she's doing the whole
ASMR, yeah.
ASMR thing.
It's a thing.
Where she's speaking very, particular into the microphone and enunciating everything. And it was quite soothing. So I just went ahead with that. And then on the suggested items were all this ASMR other stuff with her in very flirtatious, let's put it that way, flirtatious clothing and makeup. And I was like, the hell is it? What have I just watched? I mean, I didn't watch it. I was just listening to something, but I kind of clicked on it. Again, hands up, because it was an attractive woman. I just thought, I got to just see what this is. I looked into it and it's like, oh, it's a speaking thing. So it's like a sensory thing where it's I don't know, sort of like the crackles and the sounds, and they're like enunciating every single word, and they're doing it, and they're putting particular emphasis on certain words. And there was this sexual undertone on some of it. There was a relaxing undertone on some of the other videos. So I just think it is people that get kind of either turned on or or calm down. They have some kind of like fixation from this sound on a mic, on particular from a microphone. So that's what I kind of put together from it, completely by accident. So I've done no research on it. I kind of accidentally stumbled across it. I don't know how close that is to any of the stuff.
I think you've done a good job of describing it. I think. Let me play this. Let me play of describing it. Let me play a video, because I'm even after reading about it, I'm not 100% up to speed on what it is. Or I guess when I see the ASMR videos we're going to be watching, it doesn't give me the same sensation or desire to watch more ASMR videos that millions upon millions of people are watching across the internet.
It looks big. It's a big thing. Yeah.
So let's play the next one here. And this may even be so. She is describing ASMR in, I guess, an ASMR style.
Hello, my name is Maria, and I'm here to tell you about ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's a pleasant, tingling feeling that you experience when you hear unique, soft voices or hear certain soothing sounds, such as tapping, or both, like sounds of you whispering and brushing your hair.
I'm not enjoying this.
I'm kind of relaxed by it.
or giving you a scalp massage.
I'm not turned on by it. I'm relaxed by it.
I can use this brush to trace along your face.
That's not an accident.
Yeah, I mean,
She's never handled a brush like that in private.
No. I mean, she could have pretended to put it in her gob, to be honest.
I'm going to go back to that because I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Is this how she if anybody's watching, is this how you handle a brush?
To trace along your face.
Yeah. All she needs is an open mouth and to be gesturing it towards her mouth to kind of cap that off. Can you pause it for a minute, mate? Because I've got something to kind of admit on this as well. That I don't get turned on by it. It doesn't turn me off either. It's pleasant. It's pleasant to listen to. What she explained, when you get that tingly, I've had that with talking to people. I've been in the presence of someone, and they've kind of, the way they've talked, I don't know. I've had that feeling before.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
I think when I look at that video, so the video that I shared with the radio voice, I think it probably has, there's not a tingling sensation. It's a calming and soothing sensation. But I believe ASMR is meant to give you that tingling sort of almost pins and needles or excitement, that sort of, I don't know. It is like a nervous reaction.
I've had that. I've had that before. And I think, again, just to be open, I think it was in the presence of someone that was just like attractive, and they were calming to talk to, and it was something quite soothing. They say it wasn't like it wasn't an erotic arousal thing. It was just like, well, I remember this kind of pins and needly kind of weird feeling I had in the presence of someone else and the way they were talking with a soothing voice. I never thought of that, actually. But that interesting with the brush strokes, seemed very much like the YouTube channel that I was on. This lady was really putting it out there, like, you know, it's an audio and a visual thing on YouTube. Now, I don't know how much that plays into it or not, but it's quite funny because the way she's talking, her gestures were similar to what I saw.
When I watch this, I get very it kind of puts me on edge a bit. It does the opposite, because I'm just like, just speak up. Just speak up. You're not speaking with your normal voice. You're not even whispering. You're speaking kind of like this. And it's just, oh, okay, fine. And then it's just like the tapping on things. And it's, I don't know. There's just something that is ever so slightly cringy for me watching this. And I can understand there's things that I can get why people find certain things soothing, but it's the talking and the whispering. It just sort of puts me on edge. It's like when someone's whispering in your ear, you're just kind of like, for a second, oh, you know, you feel the breath in your ear. You're like, you know, you can talk to me. You don't have to whisper it in my ear.
I'll stand by it, mate. I find it soothing. I think the video is more cringeable. I don't need the video to get that. The sound of it, the quietness, and then the softness of the spoken, the whispering and the tapping. There is something I could feel myself calming from it, but it's weird, isn't it?
Let's go through, because I think this video here is a good example of one that is, all right. We can take that I guess that hand wanking the brush thing. We'll just say that that's an accident. Because it seems like a genuine video.
Yeah,
I'm gonna chalk that up to being a genuine educational video.
Yeah.
So this video I'm going to share now is the first video that I saw that was an ASMR video. And this is where I was like, what's this? So let me just cue this one up for you, because I think this is going to be more what you're talking about. Now, whilst I'm queuing it up, I'm just going to give you the name of it, ASMR, and then it says "You Will Get Hot." It says 2.3 million views.
Jeez, right, okay.
And what I guess what I get amazed with is as we go through these videos, it's how little work some of these videos took. And, you know, we do shitty videos. I'm not going to say that we're amazing at what we do in any stretch, but we do these shitty videos, and it takes me hours sometimes to do some of the stuff that we produce, and it's shit. I guarantee that the stuff they're doing is taking a quarter of the time it takes me, and they're making a living off of these ASMR videos. So let me it's in the middle of right here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, just random. Okay. I wonder if this is the same one I was watching. What's the bottom left about? Where's another person?
Kissing you to sleep. So that's her trying to get you to go to her Patreon.
Okay, right. Okay.
Kissing you to sleep. I'm wondering if the Patreon page has a bit more skin.
I see. I should definitely make you warm. So let's start.
Jesus. This is Channel 5 stuff, mate. This is, you know, on the soft porn side.
And then look at in the corner. I didn't even pay attention to the corner. Her Patreon content really pushing you to put money down. I think this, to me, this looks more like advertising for an OnlyFans site. It doesn't look like a therapeutic video that's going to calm me in any way.
Oh, she's just cashing that. She's renting her ass out, mate. That's what she's doing. She is trying to make money is her goal by, you know, putting herself out there. And hey, power to her.
Hey,
I can imagine people getting into that big time. I can totally understand why there are loads of views on it. I don't think, again, it does it for me on the arousal side of it, but I get the soothing sound of it, and obviously a very attractive woman. So I think the combination, like it's going to tick some boxes for some men. That is for sure.
Again, for me, the whispering just it kind of, maybe it does give me an ASMR reaction, but I'm not finding it pleasant. I'm finding it just like, oh, you know, just the whispering. It's like that sound in my ear. It makes me want to scratch my ears. I don't like that personally.
I don't get that, but I know what you mean. I probably I like the softly spoken and the sounds and the tapping more. I think find that more relaxing.
Next video, let me see here. I'm gonna use the no talking version. This one I can get. So this one I'm gonna bring it up. My internet seems to be going slow with this stuff right now. I think the stream is publishing fine. So the next one, I'm gonna pop this on. I get this one, the Tingle Tailor. And what I like about this is, again, ASMR isn't my thing, but the production quality, the effort that he went into making this video is very good.
Yeah, I like this. This is soothing.
Now this, I can understand this. This makes sense to me. I can see why people would like this. Especially in this digital world we're living in. You don't hear these sounds anymore. You know, everything is very like scissors and the sound of buckles creaking and the metal from the pins and the paper. These are all going to be foreign sounds someday.
But on this one as well, we're looking at quality stuff.
Yes,
there is a visual element. It's something quite soothing to this quality stuff that he's doing, and it's a little bit old school as well, which is quite soothing on the eyes, like the kind of woodcrafty stuff we were listening to before, and watching before.
And then I think ultimately it's just him working on tailoring a suit.
Yeah, I get it. I do find that soothing.
So this was the best example that I found. So I'm just going in the order that I found them. I probably should have gone backwards. But what I'll do is I'll go to a few more. And if, let's say, ASMR was ever going to be something that I would start looking at on YouTube, I would probably go in that direction. People just doing their everyday things. And I think to a certain degree, the video that I was sharing with the campfire being made, that is very similar to what that is. So maybe I am watching an ASMR video, albeit unintentionally.
Hey, mate, what about the crackling of the fire? You get those videos, don't you? Watching a fire and having that tick along in the background, that's divine. Because we've got a log burner at our house, and we've also got an open fire. But we use the log burner in that room mainly. That's where we're situated with. It's like the TV room. But the other room, the open fire, is the sound of that crackling away and spitting, and it's so soothing.
So there's a few different other videos I'm going to play before we close out our ASMR section. This was the next one I found, and this was an example of just like, again, it just seems like somebody's getting involved in something, and fair play, that's going to have a profit margin to it. That's going to have him make a living. Now, this video has, I think it had something like 2 or 3 million views. This channel has enough subscribers that he's doing this for a living. And it really just looks like he's grabbing shit and trying to find as many different noises that he can make, and into a really highly sensitive microphone. Like, I kind of want to punch him in the face.
I don't have those levels of aggression, but I find the video more off-put. It's taken away from it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not my thing.
That kind of bubbly sound is not doing it for me.
Yeah, so that had, sorry, I was exaggerating a bit. That video had 332,000 views. He's got 1.4 million subscribers.
Well, close to us then. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, fair play. He's got some skin in the game. He's doing his thing. He's probably making a nice living, and there's people that are benefiting from that. So here's another one. This is where we're going towards the other end of the AMSR spectrum. I don't know why everything's going so slow, mind. Apologies for that.
That's all right, mate. It's a welcome change, to be honest. Oh yeah, the eating. Yeah. I've heard this, that people just will tune in to hear someone eat. I find that's so weird. And that does not do it for me.
No. It's the sound of and I think that's part of it, is the sound of the lip smacking, and even when you hear people talking, it's a sound quite a lot.
I think it's quite a disgusting or annoying sound, hearing someone eat. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not, I don't think, the standard. So this video, let's just take a look and see. Oh man, it's so slow, it's painful. This has 66 million views.
Jesus.
5.7 million subscribers. We are doing it all wrong, mate.
I think that must be a thumbnail thing as well, because you've got some of these people that they're going with like the guy we were just watching. The sound wasn't doing it for me, although I'm sure it does. It must do for other people, but the video doesn't. This one, the sound doesn't do it for me. But she's a younger girl. She's attractive, and yeah, that thumbnail might just be pulling people in.
So here's one of the classic ones, the mukbang ASMR.
Oh mate, it's disgusting. Like, fucking hell.
But I'm going to actually mute that for a second.
Oh mate, please.
It's so cringe. But let's just take a look at the views and the popularity of this. Jeez. That meal looks incredible, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
4 million views, 2 million subscribers. Sets up a camera on a stand and just starts smashing a real massive. And it's the comments I wanted to look at as well. So, wow, I'm here again. Let's be honest, this is not your first time here. Fun fact, this was the first ASMR video I ever watched. To the person reading this, oh, you're back again. So there's a lot of "you're back again," which tells me the people who are watching this accept that it's a weird thing to watch.
Yeah.
So it's almost been 2 years, and this is still the best ASMR video of all time. Maybe I need to give it another chance. Let me just get that volume back up again.
There's something that relates to this. It's like that kind of fixation thing. And Lou was obsessed with this because she works in this kind of industry.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yes. I can understand that though.
This gets people. It's a bit more Marmitey though, I think. Maybe. Well, maybe because people are repulsed by it, or almost not turned on, but they get so much satisfaction of watching something being popped or squeezed out of skin. And Lou actually we started watching a few videos. I was like, oh, well, actually, let's watch that one. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Let's look at that. I was like, what am I doing? I was getting carried away with it. But
well, I thought what I might do, I was thinking about, this is just tough to watch.
she could try and put some more in her mouth, I think, as well.
She can put that away. It's a genuine video as well. It has 331K likes, 39K dislikes. And it's incredible what qualifies for content. And we don't do a great job here at this channel. We try, but we work really hard at it. And it's just, for me, you look at that in comparison, you just find these niches on YouTube, and it's definitely must have some sort of an emotional tag. It must be something people are drawn to, because in that video, it's not sexual in any way. It's just, somebody smashing noodles in their face and putting a microphone. That's it. There's nothing. That is an authentic, genuine video in my view.
So this is Hugh's take on it. Lou has got, I've got these headphones, and Lou has got one of the noise cancelling ones. She treated herself. And last night I had to do some accountancy work. So I sat down, boring, doing numbers. I said, do you mind if I borrow your headphones just to chuck on in front of the TV, just doing some. And hearing that all-encompassing sound, just cover your whole, you get like transformed. It's the same music as I was listening to this, but because there's nothing else coming in the way, you get a little bit more lost in it. So I think with these type of videos, there's a sense of total abandonment from the reality of life, which is what most of us seek at several points in our life. That's why people turn to alcohol, TV, and the distraction, news, social media, is to distract from the reality of sitting with ourselves and being, actually living in the moment. And this is a great way to just snap out of it, because I could feel myself doing that in some of the earlier ones where I'm not being recorded on the podcast. I was just listening and a little transfixed in the first couple of videos, listening to them. And it makes you feel very relaxed. And I can totally get why people would seek that. And I'm not someone that, I may never watch this again after this video, but I still like it.
Yeah.
But there must be people that are, they just
it.
want to keep going. Yeah, exactly. Just keep wanting to go. They just want to keep going. Yeah, exactly. Just keep wanting to go back for more. Get that fix again.
I thought I would have a go at making one right here, actually.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I might give it a go. So
You got a brush?
No, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. So I've got the formula. I don't have the brush, but I've got a few things I can use. So I've got something pretty on the screen, and I also have Brad Pitt.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
And what I'll do is let's give it a go. I'm gonna make it. So I've got all the pieces. So hold on. Let me if I take this off.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start making an ASMR video. I've got something pretty in the background. Excuse me. That was the bear. Sorry. I'm just gonna go. I can see why this is such hard work, because I can't keep my shit together. I'm gonna comb my beard now. Hugh, is this doing anything for you?
It's relaxing.
Are you getting turned on?
Slightly by Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta stop. That was my so should we be moving the channel to ASMR content?
Well, if we're not, you are. Now that made me laugh. I had to hold it together not to piss myself laughing when you slurped your drink, followed by 10 seconds later burping and trying to hold the burp from going on the mic. But you know what, mate? You're whispering, the golf ball tapping, the brushing the beard, and the gaps of silence in between all that. I actually found myself getting soothed by it. I can't believe it, but I did.
What are we doing? Why are we not making content like this?
Mate, if that's your first go, imagine if you and imagine if you were getting serious about it.
Man, we need an ASMR channel. I just couldn't take it seriously.
And it still worked.
It still worked. But that says something about the content. That that if you can speak in a manner that is soothing or hits a chord with somebody, and you can come across as being genuine. So if I look at the video of the girl who's scantily clad, whispering and rubbing her hand on the screen, I just don't have buy-in, because you're just trying to sucker me into a video and give you views. Whereas I'm okay with the mukbang video. I'm okay with that because they're doing something that people do enjoy. As much as I find it gross, it's done with a very genuine nature. Ugh, sorry.
I don't have the different. Yeah, I don't differentiate personally. I just think, like, if someone wants to put their skin and parts out there suggestively, or if someone wants to eat or whatever, it's like fair enough. I just think it depends on how you feel about it. Like, I would actually prefer to listen to the people putting their skin out there, talking and trying to be a little bit more flirtatious. I find that more relaxing than the eating thing. But I mean, power to them all. But the thing from a business perspective, I also look at this, but the barrier to entry seems so low to get into this stuff. Like you just rolled with it off the cuff, and it actually worked. So I imagine the competition must be ridiculous to try and stand out in this field.
Maybe there's something where we do reviews, but we speak very, very close to the microphone.
Yeah.
And just do that. The bar is low though, because you had a visceral reaction. It was something that you and I didn't. I genuinely, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I could see. I was watching you as well, and that was what was. I was going to say, if you had the camera off, I would have probably gone to a different level, because I was watching you, like doing, trying to keep it together and try not to laugh. I was then finding that funny, but yeah,
well, I think from an ASMR front, when I look at a lot of those videos, the ones that if you were to do a search for ASMR, a lot of it is people finding, maybe people with less, I don't want to say less scruples. It's not fair, because I don't begrudge them one bit for doing what they're doing, even though I won't give them the views. I just don't know that I could make a living doing that unless there was some sort of an angle that would make me feel like I'm doing something other than just like the one guy who had just the noises and was just making noises and looking at the camera. I don't know. There was something that didn't sit right with me on that. I didn't know what it was. It just that wasn't for me.
I wouldn't have thought her dad is too proud.
No.
All their brothers will be tuning into that stuff, and it depends. It's when it comes down to that. Like, again, it's up to her. She does whatever she wants, because there'll be people that will want that, and they will get value from it. I'm just not sure, assumption here, that she's doing it for all those credible reasons. But yeah, if she wants to do it for money, that's fine. It's just not what I would choose to do with my time.